everybody, this is Sister Omi. Hope everyone's doing well. We've made it through the eclipses. Yay! So I know emotions, things have been going up and down, but I feel that everything is moving forward nevertheless. We're getting ready to start October. When is that? I think Thursday or Friday. I don't have my calendar in front of me. But happy birthday, Libras. Happy birthday. So let's get a chakra card and see what vibration we could be, or what energy should I say, we could be working with this week. You know what they say, when your nose itch, you're going to pick a fight, or kiss a fool or pick a fight. Ooh, Lord. Ooh. If anyone knows a different saying for that, because I'm not sure I want to kiss a fool or pick a fight, but nevertheless, my nose is itching. But it is the season changing, you know, if you have allergies and stuff. We have holistic health. I just mentioned allergies, nose itching, right? And then let's get another card here. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. So when we look at holistic health, that is in that root chakra, okay? And so that's your groundedness, how grounded you are. And when I say grounded, in your body, your living, your finances, the material, okay? And when we think of root, we still have to think about our bodies and how we're taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. So there's a need to be mindful in those areas. We also have, the next chakra, your personal power. So all of us right now are being called to get grounded and tune into our personal power. That source energy from the sun, the solar plexus, your power center. Okay, so that is your third chakra. Okay, so with this root chakra, we're looking at holistic health. Okay, mind, body, and spirit are constantly working for you to attain good health. So I feel this is a good time to pay attention, clear away your emotional and mental imbalances, or a way to get yourself in balance, in sync. Let me adjust this camera. Let me see. I think it should come up. All right, 1 second here. I think, yeah, that's better. Yeah, so this is about really expanding your awareness, okay, what you need to take care of. And when you look at this, the medicine symbol, which is the Kundalini. So if you're working on that grounded, it's like the more you take care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, it's like you're going to give yourself wings here. And how are you going to do that? You're going to have to tap into your personal power, that solar power, your personal energy. Okay, and with this is also, I would say, like making sure you're getting out in the sun, right? Your solar plexus, your free will, your emotional balance, discipline, confidence, determination, all this stuff falls within that personal power. So even pulling this up right now, this is asking you to engage in all these energies that pertain to that chakra. Now, even when you think about it, you think about the root chakra, foods that you may eat, root foods like carrots, beets, things like that. The solar plex chakra, getting more sun, more groundedness, and more in touch with nature, okay? In order to keep your feet planted firmly on the ground. So they need all of us, spirit, God, angels, your ancestors, however you look at that, okay? They're asking you, all of us, to become more grounded, take better care of ourselves, physically, mentally, and spiritually, and pull on our inner strength. Our inner strength is going to keep us in tune with what's going on inside and out, being more self-aware. Okay? So, let's see. Y'all know I got my coffee, right? Sunday morning. No, that's Monday. I'm dating myself. I don't know if anyone remembers the Mamas and the Papas. Monday. And that's what we're trying to get ready for. Okay. So we're starting out with this 9 of Swords. Okay, so let's move this up. 9 of Swords, still in that solar energy. So with that 9 of Swords being in your head, I'm definitely saying get some air. Go out, find a way to clear your mind, okay? That sun, air, doing breathing exercises. If you're feeling anxious or you have a lot on your mind, I really feel this is calling on you to, I would say, find a way to minimize it. For example, if you have certain things to do and you're starting to feel mentally overwhelmed, write a list. Just write a list down, a couple things to do each day, okay? And as you go through your little checklist, that'll help minimize it, okay? And then this could be because you are concerned about your health, your well-being, but I feel that this is really saying breathe. Take a moment, pay attention, because it may not be as bad as you think. I'm going to share something about myself. It's like I kept putting off going to the doctor, and I finally went. It was like nothing wrong. But you still have to get that benchmark, okay? So we're looking at holistic health, personal power. This could also be you're concerned about your foundation, okay? When I say foundation, your home, your environment, your finances, okay? Even what you're eating, okay? There could be concerns regarding those areas of your life. And with this personal power, this is telling me that also I feel with more prayer and meditation, it'll bring you a little more center, getting back in balance. This holistic health, this is all about getting more in balance, okay? And then we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is like, she's definitely go get it, take charge, but she's also creative. So I feel that there is a power that you're not tapping into. And I feel that air, energy, and when I say air, I'm thinking about your thoughts, getting more clarity in your thoughts. Wands is also a very spiritual energy, okay? That fire. The fire is very spiritual. So with that, your connection to the Most High, God, your angels, your ancestors, we like to play with words. So however that relates to you, I really feel using your power to get more in touch with that energy, because the Queen is very decisive, okay? And she can cultivate that power to pursue what she wants. She is very focused, okay? And so I feel that maybe this is really what's on your mind that's impacting you. Is there's no clarity on your goals. I feel that once you really look at what is your goals, you need to ask yourself, all of us, we say what we want. Oh man, I love that new Volvo, or ooh, I like those new curtains and blinds, or you know what I'm saying? But really, what do you want? What will make you happy? What will allow you to feel? What do you need to feel the flow of life, okay? So the Queen of Wands is here asking you to be decisive in what you want, okay? Because next here we got the Two of Swords, so you're of two minds. And then we also have the Two of Coins. This is also coming back to balance, air and earth, okay? Balancing that air and earth, but to balance that you need to we're all going to have to tap into our superpower, our power source, that solar energy. So I would encourage everyone to get out in the sun, your solar plexus. Maybe that's an area you should look up and find exercises to work that abdominal area overall. Okay. Let's see. I also feel that something else that could be invigorating or help bring some clarification, especially with this Queen of Wands. I don't know if you're like into scents. If there's scents like citrus, that could be with the personal power, like a citrus candle. That could be very clearing, help clear the energy, clear the vibration, to clear your thoughts, clear your mind, okay? Because here, it's like, I really feel that you got two twos here. This is all about balance. This is about choice. And the thing is, maybe you think, I got to do this, I got to do that, but I really feel this is really you balancing those energies and deciding to take the step. I feel this is like, no, yes, no, yes. I feel that whatever choice you make is going to be the right choice for you, okay? I'm also, with this personal power and this holistic health, this is also making me question, do you fear your own power? It's like you have this power, and if you unleash it, what would happen? That's why it's like, okay, she's like, you see, like she's just sitting there. All she gotta do is drop her arms and take the blindfold off. Here, she's standing at the door. Like, are you gonna go out or are you gonna go in? So I feel it's like fear of success, maybe. Maybe there's a fear of ultimate success. And that's different for everybody because we're all in different places. Like I said, you may want to look at, I'm using the blinds and curtains, like, oh no, but maybe I shouldn't spend the money, or, oh, I want that Volvo, but ooh, do I really need the car payments knowing that, it's going to increase your insurance, you're going to be bound. I'm just saying, but here we are at the wheel of fortune. Things are changing, okay? There is a change coming. It's waiting, and you're still contemplating. So I really feel with this holistic health and this personal power, there's a need for more maybe meditative state, because I really feel this is like taking the time to decide, what do you really want? Okay, what do you really want? We say we want things. Is it because other people feel we should have it? It's like, I was listening to someone else speak earlier, and they moved into a new area, and the thing is, it's not that she's not friendly or social, it's just you can see you really don't have anything in common, and it's not anything negative. If you're single and you're around a whole bunch of married people, that could be a problem. Not that it's necessarily a problem, but you're not going to be hanging out. When you're single, you have usually more single friends. If you're married, you have more married friends. I'm using that as an example. Okay, because see, look here. Yes, more contemplation is going to help you to move forward. And this moving forward, going back to the analogy that or the story I was just telling, because I heard someone say this earlier. I was listening to someone online. I can't remember who it was. But nevertheless, okay, where you are, there are other avenues available. It doesn't have to be, okay, within your block. You may just have to go to another section of town to find what you're seeking. Okay, so but I do see forward motion. The Wheel of Fortune here is like things are changing, but I feel more prayer and meditation is going to bring more clarity into the direction that you want to go. So I also feel with this root chakra and the solar plex. Be mindful of what you're eating, getting physical exercise, taking time for prayer, meditation. I know I say this all the time, but these are the things that's going to bring the balance in all areas of your life, of our lives, all of us all together. And then, take some time, like write down like 3 things, 3 goals, and then maybe like look at one goal and see how you could break it down. Okay, so I want to lose 20 pounds. What do I have to do? I have to exercise 3 or 4 times a week. I have to maintain my diet, maybe intermittent fasting, or on off days doing standing ab exercises. Look at each goal and see how you're going to break it down. Okay, and these are the things that I think will alleviate some of the things that are like burdening the mind, that's keeping us up. Okay, focus on what can be done, and that's stepping into this power. Okay, and even when you're in that power, it's okay to take some time for contemplation here, so you can move forward in knowing what decisions to make for your life. Move forward in knowing what's the best for you, because people people always say you should be doing this, but the thing is they want you to do, their motivation may be different. So you have to be able to stand in your power here, your personal power. We also have the 9 of Wands here. So even though moving forward, this is just telling me that just be prepared to do the work, okay? And there's going to be times you're going to maybe feel a little tired. There's going to be times you're going to feel like, what the hell is going on? And then for some, you're already gone through this, okay? You're at this point now. You feel a little beat up, tired, worn out, but this forward motion is still here. I see these 2s of coins. You still have choices that you can make. There's still opportunity waiting. The thing is, don't quit, don't give up, okay? Let's get some clarity. Don't quit, don't give up. And also make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Plenty of water. And the season's changing, like a good vegetable soup or something like that. It depends, what works for you. Healthy, balanced meals, okay? So what I really want to look at is this 9 of Swords, okay? You got the 6 of Swords here. I believe what's on your mind here is like, you're going to move forward, but you're trying to, these 2s, you can't decide, okay? So I feel to bring that clarity, write the list of your top 3 goals, and then break each goal down individually on how you could do it. And then maybe daily make a little to-do list, like 1, 2, 3, 4 things you got to accomplish in a day. That's going to like help you feel like you're working towards your goals. Like, for example, like the other day myself, I was like, I'm going to the gym. I think it was Thursday, and it was raining. I'm like, it's raining. I'm not going out. So I decided I was going to do some stuff. So I'm going up and down the stairs. But as I'm going up and down the stairs, I stop. I get the kettlebell and do a couple squats in between. So I felt like I didn't cheat myself, because things come up, It was raining. Some days, if you don't have to go out, you don't want to. I'm just saying. But there's still something you could do. So I also see here, now let me look at this again with that 9 of Swords. I also have the Page of Cups. So I feel there's once some clarity, there's going to be a moment of, okay, I can move forward, regain that childlike energy, because now you're excited. Now it's like you can see what you want to do. You can see where things are going. You can see that, you could tap into your curiosity, and you're, feeling a bit creative, curious, and this could make you like, okay, let's go. Okay, I'm feeling there's an emotional let's go going on right here. All right, So let's take a look at this. I'm looking at these Two of Swords, the Two of Swords and Two of Cups. Okay, so so we have the King of Swords in reverse here. Now, the King of Swords, they are very intellectual. So I'm going back to this Nine of Swords about clarifying your thoughts, okay? So, or maybe there's an authoritative figure who has no tolerance, or could be, I say, since it's reverse, could be manipulative. But if you kind of know someone who embodies this energy, maybe this is what you're feeling, because you may feel you're around someone you can't trust. This could be a trust issue, but I also can't stress enough prayer, meditation, and breathing so that you can bring that clarity, tapping into that Queen of Wands, knowing how to deal with this. But on the other hand, I really feel this is about you really organizing your thoughts, okay? Maybe go someplace that make you feel good, like release some endorphins, and through prayer and meditation allow you to tap into your own wisdom. If you are feeling that you are surrounded by questionable people, like, I listen to other readers, someone's lying on you, someone's working roots, all that kind of stuff, okay? And yes, we know these things go on, but this is really about how you're going to manage yourself. So I'm going back to organizing your thoughts, organizing your goals, making a list, and staying focused on that. Because there's always someone trying to manipulate, okay? So you need to be strong, okay? Your personal power, that's why you're taking care of your health, is going to be important. Let's get another card there. Okay, yeah, there's a Three of Swords. So you have been impacted in some way. But the thing is here, like we got this Nine of Wands, you still standing. And you can still move forward, okay? You still standing, and you can still have this Ten of Pentacles. This sense of calm, relief, joy, having, knowing that you are surrounded by the persons that you are supposed to be surrounded. All right, and to get there, you're going to need that clarity. Let's look at this Four of Cups. Okay, wow, look at this. Can't pull it. We got the Queen of Wands again with this Four of Wands. So with this Queen of Wands, really that fire, that creativity, that spiritual essence, I really feel the prayer and meditation with this Queen of Wands, okay? I feel this is about containing. The fire may need to be contained in some way. And when I say contained, I'm saying it to say focus, okay? Not that you're trying to harm. Focus energy is energy that you could work with a little better. That focus energy, that decisive spirit. Because I feel what's been happening here is you haven't been getting what you want. Some things have been delayed. Okay, but in that delay, this is allowing you to harness all your passion, drive, your personal power, and take more care of yourself. So when you move forward, nothing's going to be able to stop you. Okay? All right? And what's also important, even though we're dealing with this Queen of Wands here, is staying hydrated. Or, like drinking water with cucumbers and limes, things like that. That would be very important or very good at this time. And when we're talking about this King of Swords in reverse, if there's someone around you who is talking about you or whatever, I feel that you need to focus less of your thoughts and energy on them and more on your goals. Okay? Don't focus on that. Focus on your goals, okay? Um, or this could be someone really trying to manipulate you. And if that's the case, because this is general, I'm looking at different scenarios. And if that's the case, you need to harness and focus your energy so that you can move forward in the direction you want to move forward on. So you may have different desires, and you need to use your insight. And how you get more in tune with your insight, focusing on your goals, writing them down, breaking them down, how you're going to go about it. Make yourself a daily checklist. Okay, today I got to do 1, 2, 3. So you feel that sense of accomplishment. Also minding what you eat, getting your exercise, breathing, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and yeah, you're going to be putting on work. You're going to be feeling like someone kicked your butt, and it's all good because you still standing. You understand? You're standing in your power right here. All right. So, with all that said, let's see. Let's look at this Nine of Wands. All right, this Nine of Wands. What we got here? Wow. We got the Strength card. What I say? Hey, whatever this is, it's going to be okay. You could do it. You could get through it. You have nothing to worry about. We have nothing to worry about, okay? So let's get a couple oracle cards here. And let's see. Okay, the first one we pulled here is polarity. That's bringing that balance. We had the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, polarity, balancing the energy, okay? Integrate your shadow side. There could be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. Okay. All right. And this is that polarity, harnessing your energy. Okay. And the Queen of Wands, she is like, ooh, and she can go there, right? So we're looking at harnessing and balancing all our energies. I like that. I like these cards. I haven't used them that often. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Adventure. Yeah, maybe. And this too, with the Nine of Swords, it's also like sometimes, you know, you can get overwhelmed, like overthinking too much, and then maybe start looking at this as a game and adventure. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. Yay. And that moving in location could be just changing your thoughts, okay? It could be a physical move, but it also could be you changing your mind and seeing things a whole lot differently. It's like going with the flow, still in the air, you know? It's like, okay, maybe you've been, I say within a block parameter. Maybe you need to go a couple more blocks out, and you'd be like, whoa, I have seen the light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's going to be a little different for everybody. But hey, do you believe in magic? Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic is all around you. Okay? Magic is all around you. Let's get a couple messages here from the ancestors. And I hope everyone has a great week. Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Yeah, this is why I feel they want you to, in this reading, harness that fire and focus on what you want. Focus on improving your health. Like I said, prayer, meditation. I'm going back to writing those goals down. And if you're focusing on that, how to just improve and make these things come about, that is going to allow you to embrace the energy of peace, because you're not going to be focusing on all that BS that's going on around you. Because it's always going to be something, right? You know, it's always going to be something. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. And that's why you need to focus that fire. You know, I feel that in doing so, you're going to find gifts that you're going to find or realize gifts that you have not used. You may even realize you've had gifts that you didn't even know you had. So that's why you need to like focus that fire, focus your passion on yourself. You know, give those other folks or whatever's going on around you the middle finger, and call it a day. Let's get one more. All right, one more. It says snake, shed old skin. And I feel this is giving birth to a new you. But what is that new you? What is it that you want? Take the time, prayer, meditation, writing down your goals. Where do you see yourself a year or 2 years from now? Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay? All right. So, people. Please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.